Okay, let's talk about Final Fantasy VII, the part 2 of our recap. This is also going to be the final part of the recap because I was able to finish the game within the next 12 hours. So my total playtime was 24 hours, so I could finish this game during this time. So basically, since last time we were able to talk more about Sid and Kate Sif. Those are two new characters that we were able to get more story about them, and as it were with the other characters, we were also able to find everything about those characters. So basically, every character on this game has a backstory, has an arc. So it's very good to see the dedication and the love they put on into each one of those characters. So basically, in this part, Ares and Cloud, they got to know more about each other. They went on a date together on a specific place. I don't remember where, but it's a very nice part of the game. So there was a battle, and Ares isolated herself to avoid the loss of the battle. She went to a forest of some kind, a sleeping forest, if I'm not mistaken. But on the forest, she was killed by Sephiroth. Her death was not in vain, though she was able to give the white materia to the planet. When she was dead, when she was killed by Sephiroth on the sleeping forest, there was a white materia that it was an ancient material that her mother gave it to her, and when she was killed, that white material it was dropped into the planet on a special lake on the sleeping forest. That it was also a very spiritual forest as well. So that white material, it was very important to solve the planet crisis that we were able to find out about more later, but it was very important in that moment because of the white material, and it was also very dramatic because of Ares' death. And also during her death, we found out that Cloud was just a puppet. Sephiroth told us that, but I was not able to understand during that time why was Cloud a puppet, but we would be able to find more about this topic later. So Sephiroth during the sleeping forest, I don't remember exactly when, but he told us to go to the north, and there we found out more about Ares' parents and how her name was chosen. That was very nice to see more about her, especially after her death. Then, as Cloud was like very very sad because basically his best friend was killed by what he believed was his idol, and he also the villain of the story. He decided to snowboard. So yeah, that was a great choice to snowboard. It was very nice. Who wouldn't snowboard in this situation of very dramatic situation? And also, on the north, we discovered that this game's biggest plot twist, Cloud is actually a failed test to copy Sephiroth after his physical death. So basically, Hojo, he thought that Sephiroth was dead 5 years ago after the incident on Nibelheim, and so he decided to clone Cloud to clone Sephiroth using the method of Genova cells, but it was he believed it was a failed test, but actually it was not, and that is why Cloud it was a puppet, because everyone that has Genova cells is actually a puppet from Sephiroth. So Sephiroth can control everybody that has Genova cells inside it. So all the story about Cloud was about Cloud being a first-class soldier and he like being the best. It was actually all a lie. That was actually another person called Zack. So everything that we were told about Cloud's backstory, it was all an illusion that he created for himself after the test that made by Hojo. From my point of view, the test basically fucked up his mind, so he was completely lost inside of himself. So Cloud then proceeds to help Sephiroth on that battle on the north, on that reunion, because he lost control of himself. The Genova cells took control of him, and we will be able to find him just later on a beach, where he will forget how to speak and move, so he will be completely useless and just like standing there. He was actually saved by some doctors on the beach, on a town close to the beach, and only after joining the live stream he was able to understand his true self and to define what it was illusion and what actually happened. Different than other games that use time travel to explore non-linear stories, Final Fantasy VII uses something much more powerful: the memories. And because memories are who define us, and without them, as said in the game, we are just puppets. Although every character has its own story, like I talked about here previously, this game is centered in Cloud. Cloud is the center of this story. He's the main character, and after he finds himself in the live stream, and because he lost his basically he lost control of himself, and he was afraid of who he was. And after he got back as Cloud from Nibelheim, you feel like you got back as well. Like you want to play the game because you feel like your character who you basically were controlling since the first minute of the game, he find himself, and that was a very good connection that they were able to create between us and Cloud. And that was all built around the memories part, and now about Ares, about Sephiroth. So it's a moment that I can't describe. It's the prime of storytelling. It was very nice to be able to see that moment happening. And then it comes to the final battle, after basically everyone was like, we are the best. So there we will be able to fight Genova. We are with the whole group here, so basically we will go like on the north where Sephiroth is located, and we will find Genova. And basically there is like a spirit, a special spirit that is able to save the planet. That spirit was activated by Ares. That's why I said it was the first step to solve the problem. But Sephiroth found out about that, and he was able to block the energy that Ares was able to activate it. And then when we are going to battle Sephiroth, so that the energy that is responsible to save the planet crisis, it is actually released, so we can actually finish the problem and solve the problem. So we fight Genova, and we will be able to defeat it. But after that, Sephiroth was not killed. He's able to live inside the Genova cells that were inside Cloud. So we have like a versus battle, 1x1, me and Cloud and Sephiroth, where we will be able to definitely kill him inside our minds. That was the end of the game. After the credits roll, we were able to see a Red 13, 500 years in a dead Midgar. Let's say that it's like an abandoned Midgar, because the meteor that I forgot to tell you about, the meteor was able to destroy the city but not the planet. So we were able to see Red 13. It was very nice to see that he was not dead, and also that we see him and two more of his race. So it was nice to see that his race was not extinct. In the end, Sephiroth was just an experiment from an outer space god who likes to kill planets, Genova. And just like him, Shinra and Midgar were destroyed. The lesson, at least for me, that this game is trying to give us is memories. Humans are made out of memories, and they define who we are as a person. We see this theme of memories and building ourselves in each character, from Ares to Sid with his dream to see outer space. And to me, that is a beautiful way to show a message in a video game, because we were able to actually experience this with the gameplay. It was not just something that was being told. We were able to create our own memories with Cloud, and we are able to define who he was. And I hope these memories can grow inside me over the years, because it definitely has landed an impact on how I see the world. Because it showed me that without memories, we are just puppets. That was actually said in the game during that dialogue with Cloud. When he lost himself, he was just a puppet from another person, from Sephiroth. So we have to stick to our memories, because they are who define. They are what define us and our actions on our whole lives. So thank you, Final Fantasy VII, for actually showing me this and giving me more than 24 hours of good gameplay and good story. That is it. Even after 26 years, it is still very good, and it's still very impactful on many people's lives.